how I'd start my IV therapy business in 2026 if I was going to start over. Hi, my name is Brandon Jones, the owner of On Demand Wellness, and we've helped over 1,000 nurses by now start and grow their IV therapy business. And one of the things I constantly think about is, with this world of wellness always changing, if I were to go back, how would I start my IV therapy business now that I did 9 years ago? I have 2 locations of my own out here in Texas. One's been open for 9 years, one's been open for 5 years. So we're going to dive right in. The first thing that I would do is tell everybody. I'm going to grab my cell phone. I'm going to get people excited. Now, what do I mean by that? If you don't tell people what you do in your business, no matter what your business is, you will not have a business. So I'm going to get everybody excited. I'm going to make the decision that this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start my IV therapy business, and I'm going to start posting about it on social media. I want to get people excited. It doesn't matter if I'm starting in a month or 3 months or 6 months, preferably sooner, right? But I'm going to start posting on social media saying, I'm so excited. I'm going to be starting my IV therapy business. I'm going to be doing IV therapy, vitamin injections, peptides, GLPs, whatever the services are you want to do. I would start getting it out there, because what you want is you want awareness. You want people to get excited about it. Okay? Anybody can say what they want to do, and they can start promoting it. So that's the first thing I would do. Start getting interest. Start seeing if you have people ready for what you're looking to offer. It's a great way to validate your offer. But remember, posting one time is not enough. It's a daily thing. You're posting, you're getting in Facebook groups. That's a huge one. Getting local Facebook groups, start getting known as a local wellness expert. Just start getting free value. Hey, learn about your vitamins for IV therapy. Hey, did you know vitamin C is great for your immunity? Did you know that magnesium is great for sleep, right? Learn what these vitamins do and how you can help your clients by educating them. Now, we're going to use our cell phones. We're going to put it on social media. We're going to get in local Facebook groups of the area you want to serve. And this is if you're going to go mobile or if you want to have a location. You're also going to want to look at local business connections. So the first thing I would do is start spreading the word. Just get it out there. Okay, so that's number 1. Okay, number 2, pick a name. Pick the name you want to use. Research it. Make sure nobody else has that name. So my locations are called Premier IV and Wellness. PremierIV.com. You can look us up. So pick a name, research it on Google, research it on ChatGPT. Make sure nobody else has it. All right. Next, I'd recommend that you go get your LLC. You're going to need an LLC if you're going to have your own IV therapy company. Okay. Very easy to do. You can do it for your state by yourself. You can use a company that'll do it for you. Just don't get upsold on all the extra fees they're going to give you. All right. So now that you have your LLC, which is a pretty quick process, the paperwork takes typically 8 to 10 business days to come in. But once you get your LLC, now you can go get what's called your EIN number. This is like the social security number of your business. Okay. Now you can take those 2, and that's how you open a business bank account. Okay. Which I wouldn't do that yet. I get your LLC, then I would get your EIN number. Next. Okay. Obviously, you're going to need a medical director. I get this question all the time. How do I find a medical director? Where do I go for a medical director? Well, On Demand Wellness can help you, but finding a medical director is really important that you find the right medical director, because not just any medical director will do. You want guidance, you want support, because you're going to need protocols and standing operating procedures. So after you find that medical director, you need protocols and standing operating procedures that you're going to follow. This is what's going to be in each IV mix, how much of this ingredient, how much is in this injection. Okay, so that's the next big part, is making sure that you know exactly what you're going to put in all your services. Now, one of the things you're going to need with that medical director is a medical director contract. Okay, it's an agreement between you and him that states what you can and can't do under his or her license. Very important. Okay, if you are in a corporate practice of medicine state like Texas, you have to have what's called an MSO or MSA agreement, Management Service Organization or Management Service Agreement. Same thing. What that pretty much states is how you legally get paid. Because in those states, you can't own the medical side, right? It only can be owned by a doctor typically. Again, lots of different states, lots of different rules. But in general, you have to have the doctor on the medical side, and then you also have to have the money pass through the doctor. So typically in a state like Texas, you want there to be an account set up that the doctor is on, so that money passes through the doctor before it comes to you. All right? Now, think about it. Let's pause for a second. You're promoting already. All right? You've got your LLC, your EIN number. You found a medical director. Now, where do you find a medical director? Other than outside on demand, you can look in your local network. There's plenty of different companies out there that offer it. You just want to make sure that what they offer is going to support you in the best way. Okay? Now, you need your protocols and standing operating procedures, everything that's laid out. You need every single thing laid out and signed off by your doctor yearly at minimum. All right, now we have all that in place. You have your MSA or MSO agreement in place. You need a bank account. The money's going to flow to the doctor if you're in an MSA or MSO or CPOM state, corporate practice of medicine state. The next step is you need insurance. You need malpractice insurance that's going to cover your IV therapy business. And typically you want to add the doctor as an additional insured on that policy. All right, so you're going to get your insurance. Now, during this whole time of getting all this, you still got to be marketing over here. This is really important. You still got to be spreading awareness, because it's great if you get set up and you're compliant and everything's ready to go. But if you don't have the marketing side for your business, you are not going to have a business, period. So I'm telling you, this entire time, I would be marketing, putting it out there, coming soon. If you're doing a location, I would be doing pictures, showing them the journey. My goal is to get local people really involved. There's people that you know are kind of local influencers or businesses that are very involved in the community. The more you get involved in all of that, the more awareness people get about your business, the more successful you're going to be. Okay? Now, vendors. This is very important. Okay? You got to find vendors that can support you. 503B pharmacies, which are in office use. 503A pharmacies, patient specific, right? So where are you going to get your vitamins from, your GLPs? Inventory companies, get your catheters, your needles, your fluids, all those things you need. Okay? So you got to have those good relationships there, because you don't want entry-level pricing. You want what's called GPO pricing. You want discounted pricing. That's something we offer as well at On Demand. Once you get your pharmacies all set up, now know that's a process. It can take a couple days up to a couple weeks to get those set up. Next, you want to get your EMR, right? Where are you going to put all your patients at? Where are you going to have all their data in a HIPAA-compliant area? In EMR, okay? You want to have your consents done already so that it's easy to use. And then one of the biggest things about compliance next is going to be your good faith exams. Pretty much every state requires a good faith exam, which is a pre-approval for your patient to get whatever that services they're going to get. Okay, per your protocols, that can be good for a year, 6 months, just depends on your doctor. All right, once you get your protocol, you need to, once you get your insurance and you get your protocols and you get everything set up that we just went through, okay, the next thing that you need is just some way to have support from your doctor. You have to have support when you have medical questions. So whether you're in a group with them, whether you can text them or message them, that's really important, okay? Because good faith exams are going to clear that client, but there's still going to be questions you're going to have from your doctor. Okay, let's take a step back and let's recap what you've accomplished so far. Okay, you've been marketing. Okay, you're doing that through social media, you're doing it through your cell phone, you're doing it through local Facebook groups, local businesses. You're looking for local partners you can share, and your whole goal is to benefit them by offering their clients specials, right? Offering their clients ways to solve their problem. You're creating awareness any way you can with your business, consistently and more frequently. You got to remember that. It's a numbers game. All right? Now, after you start marketing, you're going to get your LLC. You're going to get your EIN number. You found a medical director. You have your protocols, your standing operating procedures. You have your medical director agreement. You're going to have your MSO agreement or MSA. All right? You're going to get your malpractice insurance. You're going to have a HIPAA-compliant EMR. All right? You're going to have a way to do good faith exams to get your clients clear for those services. Okay? You have all your protocols, your standing operating procedures, everything lined out. And then you obviously have a way to get support from your doctor. okay? Outside of that, I would really encourage you to have something that is some type of CRM, customer relations management, okay, where you can do your payment processing. You can also do your scheduling, and then you can also do your messaging back and forth with your clients through texting and email. I would get a platform that does all that together, okay? That is very important. Not every client's going to be ready to buy right now. So you have to continue to follow up with these clients, all right? So everything I just went through, if I was starting an IV therapy business right now today, that's the order I would go through to get everything done. Now, one last thing I need to throw in there. I would definitely check your local area because some states have different rules. Some cities have different rules, okay? Do you need to get a home health license? Is the health department require anything else? It's always great to call your state boards just to verify if there's anything in your state like compounding rules that you may not be able to mix ingredients in a bag, right? You have to follow the USP 797. And I would tell you to call multiple times because you're going to get different answers, okay? Outside of that, that's what I would do to get started. Where I would spend a big part of the focus is the marketing and advertising and getting awareness out there. Now, this is a lot of information. And a lot of nurses that get started get an informational overload stage. So if you want a roadmap and you want help, like the thousands of nurses that we've already helped get up and launched, that's what we do at On Demand Wellness. We walk you through that entire process I just took you through of how to get up and get started. If you have a partner that helps you do it, you will do it faster. That's why we guarantee that you're up and going in 30 days. So if you want support or have questions or think this might be of value or help you, I encourage you to do one of a couple things. Number one, go to ondemandwellness.com, look at our website, get a copy of our ebook, sent right to your email. It's laid out how we help you get set up. Go to my Facebook, Brandon Jones. You'll see me in Aledo, Texas. Shoot me a DM, or you can email me at brandon@premieriv.com. BRANDON at PREMIERIV.com. The only thing that's holding you back is you. If any other nurse has ever done this, you can do it. And we know you can, and we'd love to partner with you.